Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to share with you some new products that came out for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. Throughout this year and into some of next year, Disney World will be releasing products related to its 50th anniversary. Disney World opened in 1971, which is the year after my birthday. And if you didn't already know, I'm a huge Disney fan. And also in 2008, Disney released Vinylmations, which is another thing that I collect, and I have over 2,000 of them actually. And I'll be sharing with you some Vinylmations from this year. I was actually surprised to see Vinylmations come back again because they faded off somewhere around 2018, I believe, was the last released product. They were out for quite some time, and originally I believe they started out as the single boxes cost $9.99, and now they're about $14.50 a box. Basically what they used to do, they would have a tray of, I believe, 24 figures. If you bought the entire tray, you would get the complete set plus an additional set without the chaser. The chaser was randomly inserted into the boxes, but you were guaranteed a full set if you purchased the entire case. Eventually, later on, that's how people bought them. Originally, people would just buy them singly until they realized it was more difficult to get the entire set. So people started buying the entire cases. And that's what they did this time. I'm not sure, I believe you in the parks you could actually buy the single boxes. But here we are going to take a look at the entire case here of Vinylmations, which is stuck on here. Originally, when they first came out, they had two series. One was a park series, which look somewhat like these. Basically, they took a mold of Mickey Mouse and then they would put on different things related to either the parks, and then another set that they came out with first was the urban set, which basically the Disney designers would create different designs and then they would be printed onto the 3D figures. As you can see, the early figures actually had a nose bump and two buttons. You can see that also on this one, which sometimes made it a little odd to look at the figures. But I really liked it when it had those. As you can see, they even had gems or jewels that they would put on certain figures. When they got further into production on these, they started getting a lot more crazy designs where you can see these were pretty simple. This was based off the Fantasia hat of Mickey Mouse, and these were the park ones. Later on, they would start to put the name of the actual sets on them and the name of the figure. And then eventually they moved on to a new design which had no buttons and no nose. The problem with that is a lot of the figures would look like a fat face because, as you can see, the design had changed. They even did smelling ones, or ones that smelled of different things. Obviously, this one was popcorn, so it smelled like popcorn when you originally get out of the package. Even though they're out of the package, the smell lasts pretty long. These still, if they're an enclosed area, you can smell them slightly, even more so if they were still in the packages. But like I said, you can see that they removed the nose and the button to try to make it easier for printing, I believe. Unfortunately, like I said, it just made everyone look like they had fat faces. I preferred the original design. But either way, I really enjoyed these. It was kind of sad to see them go. Actually, you can see this one was for the Disney Store anniversary, I believe. And this one actually lit up when you turn it on. I think it's still There you can see a little bit. It lights up and then it would just go through the figure. And they got pretty high tech on these for a bit near the end. And then they sadly just kind of faded off, and I never expected to see them again until this 50th anniversary, which I'm going to share with you now. I absolutely love Vinylmations. As I said, I have about 2,000 of them or so. Most of them are put away in storage until we get a bigger house for all my collections of figures. So we'll go ahead and open these. As I mentioned, this is a case of 24. They have marked as a series 1, so I'm assuming that they will be coming out with more. Some people I know were complaining about the designs, and they're like, why would you have some of these things on here? And I believe that is because when they first opened, these are some of the main characters that were rides at the time, or sections in the park itself. And they have a lot of different products coming out this year and into next year. It's not just a single year, it's kind of spread over into next year also. So we'll remove that. And then inside, as you can see, and they also throughout the years, economically wise, I guess, started making the boxes a lot smaller. Originally these boxes were probably double the size of this, so if you stack two together, that's a little bit bigger than what the normal size would be for a box, maybe that size backwards. And as you can see, it has some of the information, copyright information, nice foil design, and Mickey in his tuxedo there, his fancy tuxedo. And then these are the characters that you can get with one mystery one. We will obviously find that when we go through these. So let's start ripping these open. I'm going to do my best to do so. I think I will use scissors to open this so I don't injure my hands. And we'll go ahead and open this. And this is kind of a cool moment because, like I said, I haven't opened these in quite some time. I bought a few Vinylmations on eBay, which if you're interested in getting into Vinylmations, even though it's been a long time, you can find tons of them on eBay. The prices have gone down on a lot of them. Some of the early sets are still expensive. Let's see who we got. Oh, right off, we start with Mickey Mouse. Looks great. And his cool little tuxedo, which is the same coloring throughout all the 50th anniversary products. Kind of disappointed on that. Look at that. Hopefully we get another Mickey. That's not the best quality control in the world, especially for the price of these. New ones being at almost $15 a box. That's basically like $14.50, I think it came out to be. So as you can see, doesn't have the dent, the normal nose pose anymore. So I'll put that one there. And we will open another one here. And there wasn't really much information on these when they came out. It just all of a sudden was noted, and I kept checking on their website, Shop Disney, and they showed up for just a few minutes. Well, they were sold out in the first release, then they were sold out, then they came back again, and then they sold out again, and now I think they might still be on there. Wow, look at that. We got Minnie on the second one. As you can see, like I said, a little bit of a chubbier face than the initial design, but still cool. I still absolutely love Vinylmations. At least the gold is not tacky. There is another set that came out near the end of their releases that had the gold paint was very sticky. So there's those two. Let's see what else we get. They kind of, I'm assuming one of the reasons they stopped is they kind of oversaturated the market with just one release after another, and people couldn't keep up with it. Oh, here we go. Here is Bear from, let me see if they actually, oh, they do have these listed on the bottom here. It's Walt Disney World's 50th Anniversary Vinylmation Series 1. And then it says Disney Store Limited and with their additional information on there. But there's the bear, and he comes with a guitar, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if he actually can hold the guitar. I'm assuming probably. It looks like it'll fit in his hand. That's what also they did a lot more later on. They came with accessories. So there's his there. And we'll go on to the next one. And like I said, if you're ever interested in collecting, there's lots of them on eBay. There's an endless amount. I mean, they went into other licenses before they actually owned Star Wars. They came out with some Star Wars sets at the beginning, and then obviously when they owned it, they continued to keep going. And here is one of the Chippendales. Very cute. And I always still forget which one is which. I know one has the red nose, and the other one has the black nose. I should, as a Disney fan, I should know this, but it's slipping my mind at the moment. There he is, cute, with the fireworks. Looks great. I will say the coloring is kind of odd on these. His face has like these little light lines. You'll have to see. I'm very picky about things, even with my artwork. That's one reason I started slowing down doing artwork. I was tired of just constantly pushing out work that I wasn't happy with, and it just makes me sad to see some of my early artwork that I just, didn't have. I was just doing way too much for my abilities and just kind of burned myself out. All right, here we go, and we got Goofy, one of my favorite characters. Looks good. Yeah, back's a little worn. I guess I'll have to, I'll make one complete set and I'll probably sell the others. So if there is anyone interested, I may have the second series of these. I already know what the chaser is, but I'll still continue to open them and show you. See, I can't, my hands are bad now, unfortunately. So I have to always use scissors to open things because my hands aren't strong enough to do so, unfortunately. So, and we got Daisy. Daisy looks great. Like her colorful outfits. All the gold. I have a ton of these wrappers everywhere. I'll start moving a little faster. We'll be here all day. Let's see. Like I said, that's the problem though. If they put these on the shelves, and when I first started buying Vinylmations, our family was at, I think at the time it was called Downtown Disney, which is still what I call it, just because I don't like the new way. And I still call it that, but we were at Downtown Disney, and we're in one of the stores, which is now, I believe, a Star Wars only store. It used to be a Vinylmation store. Went in and we bought a couple of the figures, and then we got, just like crack, we got addicted to getting Vinylmations, so we would buy them nonstop. And then we kind of got smart and would just save and buy the entire case just so we would get all of them. Here is the skeleton, and this is from Pirates of the Caribbean, or Caribbean, however you would like to pronounce it. And there we go, skeleton, and it comes with the steering wheel to the boat. ship. And we'll move on to the next one. These are definitely glued in. And the sad thing that what people were caught doing was they would put their fingers in the boxes and they would feel around to feel what the figures were like. So they destroyed a lot of them by digging through them, or people would buy them and then they would weigh them. And if you're a baseball card collector, I'm sure you know the same thing that happens there, where people weigh the packs and they can tell whether there's a expensive insert or whatever, which is really sad. And here we go. Here's the other one we needed. So now we have both Chip and Dale. See the red nose? That's how you can tell them the difference. I'm sure if you're a Disney fan, you already know that. I don't need me to tell you. But I was so pleased to see these because I just thought they would never be again. And it's kind of sad because there's definitely, a new group every time something, fades out. There's always a new group of interest, especially when like retro things, like Beanie Babies were huge and then they just faded off to nothing. And some of them are kind of worth money and some aren't anymore. Not nearly as much as what people used to spend on them. It was crazy. But some people, a lot of people, when I followed the groups, just when Vinylmations stopped being made, people just sold all their stuff, which doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, if I'm collecting something, I'm collecting it because I love it and not because it's a fad or everyone's interested in, or I want to make money off of selling things. It's just not the way I am. I collect things because I love them, and I continue to keep them and collect them. Unfortunately, when I had my heart attack and had to have heart surgery and stuff, I sold the very first set for Vinylmations, and unfortunately I'm kicking my butt and still trying to get those back as many as I can. But now we have 2 Mickeys. Like I said, there's 2 sets in here, so I will part with the other ones and then keep a set for myself. And there's not as many people. I have no idea what the limit. It says limited series, but I have no idea how many are actually in this, that were actually produced. It doesn't say anywhere that I can see. I'm curious if they really are making a series 2. I mean, since they marked it as, wow, I wasn't expecting that. There's actually 3 Mickeys. So, I'm wondering if I'm going to, I would hope, get the Chaser. That's kind of odd to see 3. Usually there's 2 sets minus the Chaser. So it's kind of interesting to see that we just got a 3rd Mickey, because it's not usually like that. Let's see, we'll go on to this one. Unlike baseball cards, I'm not too worried about cutting into things. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, we got another great guy I love there, Pluto. He looks great. There he is. And I will show you all these again real quick when I'm done with them. I'm just trying to go through them, ramble on forever and bore you. Already 18 minutes in. If I can get these open. Kind of difficult. Thank God for scissors. But that is interesting that I have 3 Mickeys so far. So that means I'm not necessarily going to have an entire second set. So that's kind of odd. Let's go on to this one. And the next one is Donald. So now we have Donald and Daisy. There we go. And these are great designs. I mean, sometimes there were some really beautiful designs by people throughout the years, but then there were some really crappy ones. One set that came out that could have been a great set, but didn't, do well, especially as well as the movie, was Frozen. When that set came out, it was more of a flat cartoon style. No disrespect to the artist, it just wasn't. I think they could have done a lot better, but there's there's numerous other sets, and if you guys are interested, I will definitely show other sets and figures from Vinylmations if you're interested. I just don't want to bore people with things if they're not really interested in seeing them. This is cute. This is actually similar to one that was released in Japan quite some time ago. It was similar to this type of design. I love the pastel type colors. They look great. Dumbo is a great ride. And like I said, I'm assuming that most of this set anyways was related to what was available for rides at Disney World when it did open. Just like Disneyland had some pretty basic rides at the beginning. So, let's see what else we get. These are fun to open. It's kind of just addicting, just like baseball cards, although I haven't bought baseball cards in a while just because I always got garbage and I was tired of getting garbage, and so I just kind of stopped buying baseball cards. I'm kind of been putting my money that I do have into my collection of other stuff along with artwork, trying to get all my stuff together. I'm getting a bunch of my artwork back from Disney World in China that had my artwork on display, so I will have those to show. If everything goes well, we're hoping that we can build our house the way we want to in the future and be able to display everything that I own at some point. And here again is the bear with his guitar. So we have two of those now. And I'm really curious to see what we end up with here, since there's been 3 Mickeys. It's kind of sad now that opening these, I'm like, geez, I'll never get to open more. So we'll see how the second set comes around. Here is Minnie. Minnie Mouse. Cute. And we gotta get start moving around here. We got 22 minutes so far. And I definitely want to show and share more Disney stuff with you. I know a lot of my followers are sports related. Whoa, sports related. And I will have more of that in the future. I'm just trying to recover from issues with my hands and everything else. Here is another Pluto. So we have 2 of those. And like I said, this is kind of like if you were doing baseball cards, you know, you'll end up with the same cards more than one pack. And then you're always looking for the chaser, which I'm curious now. I'm pretty sure it says you're guaranteed 1 set. So the chaser should be in here, but I'm kind of not 100% certain because of the 3 Mickeys. There's this one again. And I think we have almost all the, characters? Let's see, we're still, no, I think we've got most of them, so we're looking for the chaser. And these, also with Vinylmations originally when they started, they used to come with cards. So you would get the figure and then you would get the artist's rendition of what originally they wanted to look like. And here's Goofy again. Looks great. And nice 4K vision. Woo! High resolution. And he's looking great. And we gotta, let's see what, open, and let's see what else we got. We got another Donald Duck. Looking good. His arm's a little off there. There. All right. Donald Duck. And we got 4 more to go. I'm hoping to, originally we were supposed to be going to Europe for our 25th wedding anniversary next year. But with COVID and that going on, I really don't want to have to go. And I know a lot of places are actually, you can't travel to or whatever. Here's another one of him. So hopefully, we're hoping that the chaser is in here, because that's going to be unfortunate. If not, I will be complaining to somebody. But hopefully we get. I like how they put on here, I guess probably from people complaining, or at one time it says no refunds, exchanges, or returns. So if you're, although they had one set that was of animals and there was a bunch of errors or printing issues, so they discontinued that set. So that one's rare. I forget what it's actually called, but drum roll. Here is the chaser, which I've seen some comments of, really, that's the chaser? But you got to think, this was originally one of the rides at Disney World, which was Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. And there's that. So we know we got an entire set. Now I'm just curious to see what these last two are. This box is pretty heavy. It's actually a very well made box. So we got two left here. And I might do some giveaways if anyone's actually interested in Vinylmations. I do have some extras of some other Star Wars ones and some other stuff. I might do a giveaway if anyone's interested. I never know how many Disney fans I have that are also into baseball cards, so I kind of, all right, so now we've got two of these. So we've got, let's see, these two, and then these two duplicates. Let's move this crap out of here. And let's see, we've got two bears, and we got two, let's see, Donald, and then Daisy. I'm hoping you can actually hear my wonderful neighbors next door. She has a filthy mouth and swears at her kids all the time, calls them pieces of shit and so on, and just wonderful neighbors. That's one reason I want to get the hell out of this house. I'm tired of listening to that. All right, we have one left. Let's see what we got here. I guess that's good that one Mickey I have an extra, because I would feel bad if I sold this other set and had a damaged one, because it was a bit scuffed on the back, and I'm not a person who does that. Like, I've run across on buying stuff on eBay, cards that people hide the scratches or whatever when they're selling them, and then you get them and they're scratched, and then they give you a hard time about returning them. So I'm not a person like that. So I always do my best to make sure things are the way they should be. All right, so there we go. So we got two of each except for Mickey. We have a third one, so I guess that would make sense. Although really, technically, they could have done two chasers, but they try to make it so you got to keep buying them. So we do have a third Mickey. But real quick, I'll just show you these up close again, because I know I hate videos. There's a few collectors that I watch online, and their videos, the camera's really far away, and I'm like, why are you showing your awesome collection on a horrible camera? Here is Mr. Toad. Spin him around. I do have a rotating table, and this is kind of disappointing. I am, especially for the cost. You can see the overlapping on the printing, so there is a line there, and I'm just being honest about it, just so you know, because I like to know what I'm buying if you're going to get into purchasing them. I know things can't be always perfect, but Disney needs to do better at inspection on some things they release. I've come across promo images online that even the promo just looks like crap, and I'm surprised that they even post them. But there is Goofy, one of my favorite characters, because I'm goofy as myself. So there we go, Mr. Goofy. And we got Pluto, another character I love. I love all the Fab Five. They're some of my favorite people. I love drawing Mickey Mouse. He's one of my favorite people to draw. And he doesn't get that much love anymore, honestly. Disney World is all, started with the mouse, but you don't really see much stuff with him that much anymore. It's all the other licenses. And I like Star Wars, but come on, you just gotta... I wish Star Wars Land, or Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge would have been made its own park. It just, I think, would have been more fun, and just Hollywood Studios is just kind of fallen to the dismay of not being anything related to Hollywood anymore like it used to be. It's kind of a shame. But there's Mickey, and we get back to Donald. And if I ever find it, there's these are kind of similar designs. I'm not sure if it's the same artist of previous Donald Ducks that I've seen. So there's that. There's Daisy. And there's the back. And the pirate. Actually, my oldest son is dressing up as a pirate for Halloween. I missed Halloween when I was younger, and I actually have a Stormtrooper costume, but I can't get in it anymore. I just don't, not comfortable. But hopefully I want to put on a mannequin at some time. But there is the pirate with his wheel. And who else did I forget? Oh, Dumbo. Great Dumbo. Love the Dumbo ride. I've seen the actual ride car for sale before. Crazy money. It was like between $30,000 to $50,000, but that would have been an awesome thing to own in your house. Really cute. And then this is my face all day long. Grumpy old man. Not because I want to be. It's just when you got a million things wrong with you, I still try to be happy and do my best. There we go. And Chip and Dale, we'll just show you both of these at the same time. It's very cute. I like how all of them have their fireworks in the background. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed those. Even if you're not a Vinylmation collector, I still think you might enjoy them just to look at. I probably will have a lot more Disney stuff on my pages soon when I get a chance. So I'll wrap this up for now. I would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the subscribe button and give me a like, and I will do my best to keep you entertained by bringing you some more new videos. I'm sure there'll be more toy products and stuff coming out that I'll share with you. So thanks again, and be kind to others. Bye.